Hello and welcome to Go Prince George. I'm your host Casey Pitts, and this week we're at Zaffron Cuisine learning to make a traditional Persian dish. All right, and we're here with Moshkin, and Moshkin, we are going to learn to make a traditional dish today.
Yes.
What are we making?
We are actually going to be making saffron rice, and saffron rice is very important in a setting of a table, both in everyday food and party food, like when you're presenting, and that's why it should look nice. And the saffron works, very well in terms of color and everything. It shows it makes a very nice dish. So we're already boiling our water here. We're going to put the rice in there, and the rice has been soaked. Okay, so you can use any long grain rice that you wish. Okay,
Yep.
That should be something that is not pre-boiled, or not pre-boiled and not sticky. Okay, so it's not a sticky rice, it's just a long grain rice. So we put the rice in there, and we add some salt in here. You may think it's too much, but no, because there's lots of water in here, and when it's boiling, then we drain it.
Oh.
Yeah, so the water will be gone and a lot of salt will be discarded. So as you can see, the rice is here. I'm not going to mix it too much because you don't want to break the rice. You want to just leave it here and let it boil by itself, okay? And the smell of the rice is starting to come. It's really nice, and I'm just putting it on high so it starts really boiling good. And then from there, I'll tell you what will happen after, okay?
Ooh, I'm very excited.
It's a little different than other ways that people do rice. Yeah. Usually it's cooked in the same pot and it's let steam in there. What we do, we will drain it. Like a pasta you make.
Yeah.
You boil pasta, you drain it, and then you put it back in the dish and mix it with everything. So it's similar with rice, not quite, but almost, okay?
Great. Well, we're off to a good start.
Yes,
so after it boils,
Yeah.
we will continue so you guys can check out our very first story.
Yeah.
Okay, so now our rice is boiling. So Moshkin, I know you wanted to tell us about some of the different spices we're going to have in.
So you see, rice is boiling. It's almost ready. Oh, it's hot. I shouldn't touch it with the hand. So it's almost ready. See, it's filling up the pot, okay? But still some water in there. I'm going to let it boil for another 30 seconds or so. And I'm going to say that you see some spices here, some of the things. This is barberries. And it's very common in Iran, not anywhere else. This is saffron. This is dried lime. This is fenugreek, and salt, and of course pepper, and other things. And we will talk about those in the cooking class, and what we do use them for and how. And some of them are available to sell for selling here for people that might want to try. Okay, so the rice is ready. I'm going to now put it here.
That's a lot of rice.
It is a lot of rice, and I'm going to feed some of the customers today here with them. So I'm going to clean the bottom, okay?
Yes.
But for you, when you're making it, of course, you're not making this much. You're just making maybe 1/3 or 1/4 of that much. And the recipe will talk about that. Like, it's about 2 cups of rice. Now, I don't want a pot to get cold because I want to add oil to the bottom.
Yes.
And I want to add some potato pieces that we already skinned and cut in the bottom, and that will create a very nice crust.
Ooh, can I help?
Sure, you want to do that?
Thank you.
Yeah. So you see the potatoes are cut very thin.
Yes.
And the reason is that because we want them to cook fast and become crispy.
I love potatoes, so
Yeah,
this is good.
so they will become good.
Here, I'll let you have that.
Thank you. Great. So we're going to try to be fast, and just put them all in here.
Yeah, so obviously that's going to cook up really quick.
Yes,
so
yeah.
let's tease everyone. We'll show them what it's going to look like after our next story.
After the next story.
Welcome back, and Moshkin, I believe we are going to add some of the special ingredients now.
We
so
are, yes.
what are we doing?
Sure, yeah. So as you can see, I covered the lid with a tea towel to just keep the moisture from the rice, and we steamed the rice. Now we're hoping that the crust will look good. I'm going to add a little bit of oil on top just to make it easier to fluff. And then this is saffron. That's the very crucial ingredient to make sure it's in there. So as you see, these are the threads of saffron, and I'm going to put them in here and grind them. So we don't use the whole thread. We always grind it to get the most out of it, because if you don't grind it, it will stay in one spot. But when you grind it, it will become a powder, and then you mix the powder with the water, with just a little bit of water, and it will make this beautiful color. And then I'm going to add a couple spoons of this, or even maybe just the whole thing here. And as you can see, it changes. Wow. Yeah. So often when people talk about saffron rice, they talk about something that's all yellow. But in Iran, we don't want to do that. We don't like doing that. We want to keep the white and add some yellow to it. You see how pretty it's looking? Yeah. And then I'm starting to fluff it a little bit here. Okay. And I hope that the crust is ready to come off. Oh. And what I will do, I will take a little bit of this out now, just for decoration. Okay, and again, mixing a little bit, fluffing, and
it smells really good. It smells really good.
Yeah, I know the saffron is the one that makes the magic, So I'm going to put this here and wear my gloves just to make sure it's not too hot for me, and turn it here. Let's see if we made it actually.
Oh, let's see.
Almost there.
Oh.
So you see, as you can see, the crust. Yeah, I think it's a good color.
Yeah.
And then just to add to it, I'm going to add some of this saffron rice around it and on top. And in case we have barberries, you want to make the barberries, you can always, these needs to be fried a little bit, and then you just add a few on.
Can I try it?
Go ahead.
Excellent. Well, I've got to add a lot more of these because they look delicious.
You like
so you guys can check out our next story. And we are done, so I'm going to try this out. Now, Moshkin, can you tell the viewers what this is going to taste like?
Yeah. So the rice is not strong, as you know, but this rice, it's very good by itself. Usually you don't eat rice by itself. You add lots of sauce to it to just take care of the plainness. But this has a bit of salty taste, and the rice itself is sweet. And then the saffron adds a lot of aroma to it.
Yeah.
And very nice taste. And the potato also a little bit of crispy and crust to it, which is really nice. And then the berries add a little bit of sourness that once in a while you bite into it. Did you get a berry?
Yes, I did. I got a berry.
That's great. That's perfect. Yeah. So rice, like this rice, could be even eaten by itself. It doesn't. You don't have to have. Of course, you don't do that. We have stews that go with it, which in the cooking class we're teaching to make a stew to go with the rice. But many kids and younger people like to just have the bit of rice, by itself, and it tastes really good.
Oh, it's delicious, and we have a lot more rice to go through, so you guys can check out our last story while I finish up. All right, so Moshkin, thank you so much for teaching me how to make the saffron rice.
No problem.
And I know you love teaching people, so you have some special classes coming up. What are they?
Well, we've started just recently to do Persian Cooking 101, because we talk about the basics of Persian cooking and basic spices and everything, and it's been great. We've done it 3 times already. We'll do more of it. It's usually done on Saturdays. Call us or go on our Facebook, Zaffron Cuisine, and see the details. We are also offering daily lunch and dinner here. We are a fully licensed cafe restaurant here, and we have great food to offer. People love to come and enjoy our atmosphere. It's really nice, and we love to have people coming over. We are over 3 years old business. Over a year old in this location, which is 1085 Vancouver Street, if anybody wants to come and visit us. And I think the cooking class adds to it, because people start to learn more about it and don't think it's that, that hard to do or anything, but keep coming here and visiting us.
Yeah, it's very easy to make, and hopefully some people get to come and check it out. So thank you so much, Moshkin.
Thank you, Casey. Great. Good
and that was this week's episode of Go Prince George. If you have any questions or comments about our show, you can email us at go_princegeorge@shaw.ca. I'm your host, Casey Pitts, and until next time, thanks for watching.